Level 1, the private. You step off a bus at Parris Island, South Carolina, and the humidity hits you like a wall. Then the drill instructor hits you like something worse. You are standing on yellow footprints painted on the pavement, and a man in a campaign cover is 6 inches from your face telling you that you are the sorriest thing he has ever seen in his entire career. He means it. You believe him. They take everything: your phone, your clothes, your name. You are no longer a person. You are a recruit. There is a difference, and you will understand it by morning. Boot camp is 13 weeks, not 10. 13. The Marine Corps does not rush this. They wake you before the sun. You run in formation in sand and heat and humidity so thick it feels like breathing through a wet towel. You do pull-ups until you can't, and then you do more because the Marine Corps standard doesn't care what you can't do. You learn to shoot on the rifle range, and marksmanship isn't optional here. Every Marine is a rifleman first. That's not a slogan. That's the foundation. You qualify or you don't leave. The crucible is at the end. 54 hours, no sleep, 45 miles of hiking with a full pack, obstacles and problem-solving and team events designed to break you down to nothing so they can see what's underneath. You don't eat much. You don't sleep at all. And when it's over, a drill instructor who has spent 13 weeks treating you like a problem to be solved hands you the eagle, globe, and anchor and calls you a Marine for the first time. And something happens in your chest that you will spend the rest of your life trying to explain to people who weren't there. You graduate on the parade deck. Your family is watching. You are a private, E1. You own nothing, but you earned something that cannot be taken back. Level 2, the Lance Corporal. E3. You made it through Marine combat training or the School of Infantry. You have a MOS now. Maybe you're a grunt, 0311 infantry. Maybe you're a motor transport operator or an avionics technician or a communications marine. Whatever it is, you're doing it now at your first duty station, and you are a Lance Corporal, which means you are in the Lance Corporal Underground, the LCPL Mafia. It's not a real organization, but it is absolutely real. It is the informal network of junior Marines who know exactly how the unit actually runs, which staff NCO to avoid, which senior Marine will cover for you, and how to look busy during working party. You have elevated the art of looking busy to something approaching genius. You can hold a broom for 40 minutes without sweeping anything. You know every hiding spot in the battalion area, but you also do the actual work. You are the muscle of the Marine Corps. You stand post, you pull maintenance, you hump a pack through mud and scrub at 29 palms and 110-degree heat because someone decided that week was a good time for a field op. You sit through safety briefs on a Friday afternoon about things you were never going to do anyway. You hurry up and wait. You wait, and then you hurry. This is your life. Level 3, the Corporal. E4. The Marine Corps does something the Army doesn't. They make you a non-commissioned officer at E4. A corporal is not a specialist in a shield insignia doing paperwork. A corporal in the Marine Corps leads a four-man fire team and is expected to function as a combat leader from the moment they pin on the rank. The bar is higher here. The promotion board asks hard questions and accepts soft answers from no one. You are 21, maybe 22. You have Marines under you. You are responsible for their gear, their performance, their conduct, and their lives in a training environment that is designed to simulate the conditions where bad decisions get people killed. You do not get to be uncertain in front of them. You figure it out before formation or you figure it out during. Either way, you figure it out. Level 4, the Sergeant. E5. You lead a squad. 13 Marines. You are the first-line supervisor, the counselor, the enforcer, and the example all at once. If a Marine in your squad shows up to formation with a dirty weapon, that's on you. If a Marine in your squad gets a DUI on a Saturday night, your phone rings. If a Marine in your squad is struggling and you didn't know it before it became a problem, the gunny wants to talk. You've probably been deployed by now. Iraq or Afghanistan or some float in the Pacific on an amphibious assault ship, packed into a berthing space with 150 other Marines, sleeping in a rack with 6 inches of clearance and the smell of jet fuel in the air. You've seen things, maybe combat, maybe the seconds before combat when everything goes quiet in a way that doesn't feel like quiet. You don't talk about it much, not because you're fine, because talking about it is harder than carrying it. Level 5, the Staff Sergeant, E6. You're a Staff NCO now. The Marine Corps treats this transition like a phase change. Below E6, you execute. At E6 and above, you lead, plan, advise, and are held to a standard that doesn't allow for excuses. You go in front of a centralized selection board. They review your entire record. Not just what you did, but how consistently you did it, and whether the Marines above you thought you were worth it. A lot of good Marines don't make it. You did. You run the platoon. Your platoon commander is a lieutenant who has a degree and a commission and probably more theoretical knowledge than operational experience. The smartest thing that lieutenant can do is listen to you. Some of them do, some of them don't. The ones who don't make your job harder and their careers shorter. Your body is already keeping score. Your knees ache from years of humping. Your lower back flares up after every field op. The ringing in your ears from too many live fire ranges is just background noise now. You mention it to the corpsman. He gives you ibuprofen and tells you to drink water. Level 6, the Gunnery Sergeant, E7, Gunny. The rank that defines the Marine Corps more than any other. Not a general, not a colonel, Gunny. Everyone knows what a Gunnery Sergeant is. Everyone has had one. Everyone has a story about one. You are the technical authority and the moral center of the unit. You know more than the officers above you about how things actually work, and more than the junior Marines below you about what it actually costs. You are the one who makes the training schedule real, who catches the mistakes before they become incidents, who pulls a struggling Marine aside before the situation becomes a crisis. You don't ask for credit. You don't wait to be thanked. You fix it because fixing it is the job. You are on your second or third deployment. You've been away from your family for years, measured cumulatively. Your spouse has handled everything while you were gone. Everything. You come home and the house runs the same way it ran without you, and that should feel like a compliment, but sometimes it doesn't. Level 7. The First Sergeant, E8 Command Track. They call you Top. You are the senior enlisted Marine in a company of 200. Every problem flows to you first. A Marine gets arrested. Top handles it. A Marine's family can't make rent while he's deployed. Top handles it. A Marine is showing signs that nobody should ignore at 20 years old. Top handles it. You are not a manager. You are not an administrator. You are the person who stands between 150 Marines and the things that will destroy them if someone doesn't intervene. You've been to memorial ceremonies, too many. You've stood at parade rest while the chaplain read the name and the inverted rifle and boots sat on the deck in front of a formation that didn't make a sound. You folded the flag. You spoke to the family. You carry every one of those names. You will carry them forever. Level 8, the Sergeant Major, E9. You advise a commanding officer at the battalion level or higher. You have been in the Marine Corps for over 20 years. Your body is a ledger of accumulated damage. 2 surgeries, a shoulder that doesn't work right, tinnitus that screams when the room is too quiet. You go to the Sergeant Major Academy. You sit in a classroom for the first time in 2 decades and realize that every assignment, every deployment, every leadership challenge you navigated by feel was part of an education that nobody called an education while it was happening. When a general proposes a policy that looks good in a brief but would gut morale in the barracks, you say so. The good ones listen. The bad ones approve the policy and watch you be right 6 months later. Level 9, the Second Lieutenant. You took the other road. West Point, ROTC, Officer Candidate School in Quantico in August heat that will make Parris Island feel nostalgic. You are a commissioned officer, a gold bar on your collar that every enlisted Marine in the unit can see from across the parade deck. They call you Butter Bar. Not to your face. You command a rifle platoon of 40 Marines and a staff sergeant who has forgotten more about warfighting than you currently know. The smartest thing you can do is admit that. The second smartest is to ask questions and mean them. The dumbest thing, the thing that ends careers before they start, is to walk into a unit with a commission and act like it substitutes for competence. It doesn't. Not yet. Level 10. The General. You've served for 30 years. You have a star on your collar. There are fewer than 80 general officers in the entire Marine Corps at any given time. You got here through performance and sacrifice and a chain of command selections that eliminated nearly everyone who started with you. You sit in rooms at the Pentagon where the decisions made determine whether Marines live or die in countries most citizens can't locate without a search engine. You brief the Secretary of Defense. You carry a phone that is never off. You have sent Marines into situations knowing some of them would not come back. You made the calculation, acceptable risk. The phrase never stops being obscene no matter how many times you use it. One day you retire. There's a ceremony, the silent drill platoon, a band, a flag presentation. You give a speech about the Marines who made everything possible. You mean every word. You salute one last time. You walk off the deck. And for the first time in 30 years, nobody is calling your name. Somewhere right now, a kid is in a recruiter's office. He watched a Marine commercial and something activated in him that he can't explain yet. He's nervous. He's already decided. He's just waiting for someone to hand him the pen. He'll sign. He'll ship to Parris Island. He'll stand on those yellow footprints at 2 in the morning. And everything he was before will end. And everything he becomes will start. He has no idea what it will cost him or what it will make him. He'll figure it out. They always do.